Welcome. Welcome to the Depot podcast by your host, Josh Heathcote. As you can see in the bottom left, you will find my Instagram. You can gladly go check it out if you want. Up to you guys. But let's get straight into this podcast. So, welcome. My name is Josh. As you know, I'm 17 years old, and this is my first proper formal podcast to my podcast, The Depot. So, with this podcast, I'm mainly going to be focusing on just general random stuff. Sometimes tech orientated. I'm a tech geek. I like tech. You'll always hear me speak about tech if you know me, and the people who are watching this that know me, you'll always find me speaking about tech in some way, shape, or form. And I'm sure you guys know that. By now. But it will also be sometimes cycling, sports, just general world situations like the Israel war at the moment, which will be a topic for a different podcast because it's a bit too crazy right now and it's a bit too controversial right now to speak about. But as you can see, I'm a fresh podcaster, and to be honest, I really enjoy content creating or creating content. I've been loving it since I was a child, and I've always wanted to do something like this, but I've never had the courage and the means and the products to do it. But now I actually do. I have the equipment, which I'm so thankful for. I have a beautiful microphone that actually sounds really good. It's a USB microphone. I love it so much. I actually upgraded when I was a child. I begged my father to get me a microphone, and he got me this. Some people might remember this. Some people who know microphones will know that this is a really bad mic, and it came with this shock mount that I might put onto this mic. At some point, because maybe the boom that this mic that I'm currently using is using, if you check here, it's using just one of these standstill one of these standstill mounts, and I might put this on here to just get away with the noise, with the boom and all of that. So I might put that on there. But the boom came with this microphone, this one here, and it was actually really good for what I needed when I was a child. It was more for like gaming with my friends. It was more for just general Discord, all of that kind of stuff, you know. When I was a child, when I was younger at least, I always dreamed of becoming this big famous YouTuber that people in my school look up to me and just enjoy being around me, because I find nowadays that it's very hard to make friends at school and just make friends in general because of the judgment that comes around this world. The judgment in this world is insane at the moment, and people judge. People don't ask questions, they just judge. They don't get to know you first, they just judge you, which is the big problem in this world, because what happens is in life, before you even get to know someone, you judge them, which isn't good. Because me myself, I can say that I have done it before, but I've realized the outcome of it. I've judged someone that I never got to know, and then I got to know them, and then I realized they're such a cool person and I love being around them, which is made me learn to stop judging people before I get to know them, just purely based off the fact that you don't know what's happened in their life and what they've gone through and what got them to this point in life. And I think that's the biggest point that everyone needs to understand, is that not everyone's perfect. Not everyone is going to be this perfect image, be this perfect this perfect healed person. Everyone has wounds, everyone has scars, and people need to understand that. Then there's people who don't mean to come off as a specific way, but that's their personality, and people need to get used to their personality, but people don't understand that. And that's one of the biggest troubles nowadays with friendships breaking, people not understanding that things happen in their life that is out of their control, and all they need is a friend. But with those actions that happen in the person's life, it will come off as a bad thing, and it will make people leave and make people break. So I think that's the thing that people need to understand when meeting new people. Okay, let's get back to it. So on this podcast, I just want to make people feel welcome and feel like they're not judged. They can be who they are. They can listen to me and realize, hey, I should maybe change this. Life is hard for certain people, and I can vouch for that because life has been hard for me sometimes. And as it is for everyone, life is hard. So I think if everyone can just be a better person, a better version of themselves, people who don't judge, that will be the perfect life and the perfect world. Because when judgment is left, then life can live in peace. But yeah, let's get to the point. So I recently watched a film called, I think everyone will realize the film, and there's been many game sagas on it. So, it's the Five Nights at Freddys movie. So I remember when I was a child, there's a lot of child things here. I used to love playing the Five Nights at Freddys games. I'd always get really, really scared because I didn't expect the jump scares to be actually that scary. But yeah, I think people actually really need to watch the movie, because I was never actually that invested into the Five Nights at Freddy's saga until I watched the movie. I was like, oh yeah, okay, it's a cool movie. I played the games, why not watch the movie? I already know the storyline. But how I was so wrong. The storyline, the true storyline, is something I was never aware of. How I think it's William Atkins. I think it's him. Let me actually Google quickly. I think it is William Atkins. William Afton. William Afton. So he was a real guy who opened up this franchise called Fazbear Restaurants, Fazbear Pizzeria. And he had a son and a daughter, and I think another son. I think he had 2 sons, 1 daughter. And one night, he bought these animatronics as like a gimmick to get people to come. You guys will know the animatronics: Freddy, Chica, Bonnie, Foxy, etc., etc., etc. So the 5 main characters, Bonnie, Freddy, Chica, and then Foxy, and then another one. No, I think it's 4 in the movie. There's another kid. I don't know what that other kid was for. I think Golden Freddy or something else. But it was actually, in real life, William Afton kidnapped those kids and killed them. And where did he hide the body? He hid them in the animatronics. And that's where the possession came in play, where the body's soul left it and possessed the animatronic. And that's why they go on a killing spree, because they're trying to protect themselves. They're just kids. They are truly just kids. And then there's another character called Springtrap. So William Afton, he would, when he would come around the pizzeria, and he would come into he would dress up in an animatronic suit. But in animatronics, it's more metal. It's just plain and simple robotics. So he actually deactivated the traps that go around your chest. so that he could climb into the suit and be in the suit. But yeah, so the one day he was getting chased down by, like in the movie, he got chased down by the animatronics, and he went into the suit to try control the animatronics, and then he knocked one of the springs, and he loaded the springs, and he died himself, and that's where Springtrap came in play, and that's how he came into the Sega. So there was a lot of possession, there's a lot of mystery, there's a lot of unawareness. But then I also saw a TikTok the other day about how in America there's that restaurant called Chuck E. Cheese's, and they also have animatronics, and they were wondering, they are conspiring that at Chuck E. Cheese the same thing's happening, but it's unaware and it's not been proven, just like the fact that the animatronics in Five Nights at Freddys were possessed by the children. It's not proven, because I don't believe in ghosts. I really, really don't believe in ghosts. But I mean, there's a lot of conspiracy theories about it, and there's a lot of like in the movie, the kids possessed the animatronics, which don't make sense. But if you think about it, as a fictional play, it will make sense. And that's kind of what makes the movie so good. It's the fact that all the animatronics want is to be released. And how they're going to be released is by killing William Afton. And that's what they did. They put them in, he climbed into the Springtrap suit and he died. Just like they wanted. They wanted him to die so that they can get released. They can die peacefully. They can finally end the suffering and live life. Well, not live life, but live life up in heaven, you know. So I think, obviously I'm being very vague with the explanations, because I don't have all the details in front of me, and I can't really remember all the details. But for my listeners, my viewers, I really, really suggest that you go watch the movie. You go watch some YouTube videos about explaining the movie, because trust me, after the movie, you're not going to understand. You're not going to understand, because when I watched the movie, I didn't understand. But go watch YouTube videos, go watch conspiracy theories, go watch things that will explain the actual storyline to you, because that will make you a lot more aware of what actually happens in Five Nights at Freddys. But yeah, okay. Besides that, also the Five Nights at Freddy games, I recently downloaded them on my PC, and is it just me, or did this, like, the jump scares get scarier while you get older? Like when I was a child and I played them, they were scary, but I mean now they're like 10 times more scary, and it doesn't make sense to me, because I've been like, I watch horror movies, I enjoy horror movies, I don't get scared from horror movies because I know it's fake. But a game, the jump scare, it takes me over the top, and it doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, it really still does not make sense to me. But you know what? I let it be. I stopped playing the game now because I got way too scared, and I really, really skrukt. English Afrikaans. Skruk, scream, afraid, get a fright. But so I'm currently grade 11. I'm currently in exams, and I wrote English today. And the comprehension was all about Karens, whatever. And in South Africa, we have a thing called load shedding, where the power goes off for a certain amount of time. It's only 2 hours. But it was, the comprehension was really, really funny. There was a lot of puns. There was a lot of all of that. So there's this thing called the Karen syndrome in the comprehension, in the text. And it actually makes sense. I mean, us as South Africans have gotten so used to load shedding, and we've gotten so used to a lot of things that happens in our country. And we, in the poem, we have made in the comprehension it stated that why us as South Africans have made comfort zones in the misery. And I found that very, very interesting. I mean, it's very true. We've gotten so used to, we've gotten so used to load shedding that when it's not load shedding, we don't even take advantage of it, because we know that we'll go out and we'll come home and it's like, oh, boom, load shedding. Oh, damn. But we make comfort zones. We know it's gonna load shed. We don't even try change it, because we know it's gonna happen, and we know with South Africa nothing happens. Like, you'll ask them for something. You'll ask, and it'll never happen. So, as I carry on, I would like to say thank you for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. If you've gone this far, I really appreciate you guys watching, staying. If you guys do enjoy this, please follow me. My podcasts are on Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, and it's on YouTube. This will be posted later on YouTube. So if you guys really, really do enjoy these and want to stay tuned for another podcast, follow me on Apple Podcasts, follow me on Spotify, go subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'm planning on podcasting at least once every week, maybe twice a week. And in the holidays, I'll podcast a lot more, maybe even once every day. I'll podcast daily. It's all up to you guys. You guys need to let me know how you guys feel. So, on that note, I know I was starting a conversation, but I've kind of gotten to the end of it, and I'm already 20 minutes in. So I hope you guys really, really enjoyed this podcast. It feels really great to make, and it's going to feel so great posting and uploading and editing all of this. It's going to make me feel very, very happy, and I'm so glad you guys stayed tuned. I'm going to put on my Instagram again. My Instagram's here, Josh_T_Heathcote. You guys can go check it out. You guys can go follow, like, whatever. And yeah, I'll have my podcasts uploaded weekly, maybe twice a week. But you guys just need to let me know. I might podcast tomorrow. I really feel like podcasting tomorrow, so let me know. Yeah. Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, go check it out. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.